In just 50 years, the tiny peninsula has gone from a poor fishing country to an oil giant with the highest per capita gross domestic product in the world at $98,800. Many suggest that number may vastly understate the actual wealth of Qatar's citizens. Qatar is a country located in Western Asia, occupying the small Qatar Peninsula on the northeastern coast of the Arabian Peninsula. Its sole land border is with neighboring Gulf Cooperation Council monarchy Saudi Arabia to the south, with the rest of its territory surrounded by the Persian Gulf. The Gulf of Bahrain, an inlet of the Persian Gulf, separates Qatar from nearby Bahrain. The capital is Doha. Qatar's total population is 2.6 million, 313,000 Qatari citizens and 2.3 million expatriates. Qatar's official religion is Islam. In terms of income, the country has the third highest gross domestic product per capita in the world, and the sixth highest GNI per capita. Qatar is classified by the UN as a country of very high human development, having the third highest HDI in the Arab world after United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia. Qatar is a World Bank high-income economy, backed by the world's third-largest natural gas reserves and oil reserves. Qatar is the world's largest exporter of liquefied natural gas, and the world's largest emitter of greenhouse gases per capita. As of 2012, Qatar has proven oil reserves of 15 billion barrels and gas fields that account for more than 13% of the global resource. As a result, it is the richest state per capita in the world. None of its 2 million residents live below the poverty line and less than 1% are unemployed. Before the discovery of oil, the economy of the Qatari region focused on fishing and pearl hunting. A report prepared by local governors of Ottoman Empire in 1892 states that total income from pearl hunting in 1892 is 2,450,000 kron. After the introduction of the Japanese cultured pearl onto the world market in the 1920s and 1930s, Qatar's pearling industry crashed. Oil was discovered in Qatar in 1940, in Dukhan Field. Dukhan Field is a large petroleum-producing field extending over an area of approximately 80 kilometers in Dukhan, Qatar. The first well was drilled in 1939-1940 and the first export of petroleum from Dukhan went out in 1949. As of 2016, Qatar has the fourth highest GDP per capita in the world, according to the International Monetary Fund. It relies heavily on foreign labor to grow its economy, to the extent that migrant workers compose 86% of the population and 94% of the workforce. The economic growth of Qatar has been almost exclusively based on its petroleum and natural gas industries, which began in 1940. Qatar is the leading exporter of liquefied natural gas. In 2012, it was estimated that Qatar would invest over $120 billion in the energy sector in the next 10 years. As of 2012, Qatar has proven oil reserves of 15 billion barrels and gas fields that account for more than 13% of the global resource. As a result, it is the richest state per capita in the world. None of its 2 million residents live below the poverty line and less than 1% are unemployed. Oil production will not remain at the peak level of 500,000 barrels, 80,000 cubic meters, per day for long as the national oil fields are projected to be largely depleted by 2023. Large natural gas reserves have, however, been located off Qatar's northeast coast. Qatar's proved reserves of gas are the third largest in the world, exceeding 250 trillion cubic feet, 7,000 cubic kilometers. The economy was boosted in 1991 by completion of the $1.5 billion phase the first of North Field gas development. In 1996, the Qatargas project began exporting liquefied natural gas, LNG, to Japan. Further phases of North Field gas development costing billions of dollars are in various stages of planning and development. Qatar has proven reserves equivalent to 402.1 times its annual consumption. This means that, without net exports, there would be about 402 years of oil left, at current consumption levels and excluding unproven reserves. In 1951, Qatar produced 46,500 barrels of oil per day, amounting to $4.2 million in revenue. The discovery of offshore oil fields and their development by Shell led to an increase in Qatar's production to 233,000 barrels per day. In 1971, the world's largest natural gas field, the South Pars/North Dome gas condensate field, was discovered off the coast of Qatar. Petroleum production was still running high at the time, so the field was not developed. Thanks to the North Field, Qatar has the largest natural gas reserves in the world after Russia and Iran. Qatar's reserves are estimated to be 896 trillion cubic feet. Qatar has amassed a sovereign wealth fund of $170 billion thanks to revenues from oil and natural gas. It has begun to invest it like a hedge fund. In 2006, Qatar passed Indonesia to become the largest exporter of liquid natural gas in the world, with revenues from oil and natural gas amounting to 60% of Qatar's GDP. But more competition was coming, with liquid natural gas production booming in places including the US and Australia. In December 2010, Qatar was selected as host for the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Qatar promised to build 12 state-of-the-art stadiums that would employ cooling technology so players could escape the heat. Qatar has positioned itself as a sporting hub for the region, hosting or planning to host numerous global sporting events.